So let's talk about the film Never Back Down, which is celebrating its 15th anniversary this year. Big Days, Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2008 martial arts film Never Back Down, released by Summit Entertainment and produced by Mandalay Independent Pictures. Directed by Jeff Wadlow, starring Sean Faris, along with Gigandet, Cameron Fegris, plus Djimon Honsou, and please forgive me for saying the name, Amber Heard. It tells the story of a frustrated and conflicted teenager who arrives at a new high school and discovers an underground fight club there. But now I'm kind of really wondering, I should have asked y'all, is this film really that bad after 15 years? Or perhaps should I give this film some good old-fashioned Big D justice? Well, I'm going to give this film some good old-fashioned Big D justice, even though it does have Amber Heard in it, okay? But I'm not going to give you the whole story, because this film did alright and what have you, but despite getting this by critics, the film focuses on a teenage guy named Jake Tyler. He recently moved from Iowa to Florida, in Orlando, with his mother and younger brother, who is a tennis star. The move being in furtherance of his tennis career. His father died in a drunk driving car crash accident, which is the subject of taunting from other classmates. He has a rising reputation with the students of his new school due to an internet video of him when he was a football player at his previous school fighting with a frustrated opponent player who makes derogatory remarks about Jake's father. Initially, he has trouble fitting into his new school, and while walking, he sees Max Cooperman supposedly being beaten up by bullies. When Jake tries to intervene, he is told off by Max and his friends as the bullying was actually a consensual mixed martial arts fight. Then he's invited by classmate Bob Miller, whom he develops a crush on, to a party where he is unwillingly pulled into a fight with the MMA champion at the school, Ryan McCarthy, who is also Baja's boyfriend. Initially refusing to fight, Jake readily agrees to fight Ryan when he makes fun of Jake's father's death. Ryan easily defeats Jake, and video of the event circulates the school, which leaves Jake humiliated. Well, Max later introduces Jake to MMA and gets him connected with an instructor named Jean Ruqua. And Jake manages to pass a few of his physical tests and impresses him with his willpower and accepted as his student. So anyway, that's all I'm going to tell you about this. And he does try to get back at at Ryan and what have you. But that's all I'm telling you. I will not give this whole movie story away. Excuse me, everyone. Still feeling a little under the weather. Anyway, it did okay. The film went on to make $41 million worldwide. But that's still, well, even though despite against its $20 million budget. But the critics were hard on this film. Though not without its pleasures, this film faithfully adheres to every imaginable fight movie cliche. Well, this is true, but I don't care. This kind of actually feels like I'm seeing a PG-13 version of Fight Club. So, with a little bit of the Karate Kid rolled into one. So, also, between you and me, this film is a semi-guilty pleasure, considering I've only seen it a few times. But anyway, well, Entertainment Weekly was hard on it, so was the Chicago Tribune. Well, anyways, it said it's a little cry kid, a smidge of Fight Club with none of the ironic ambivalence toward violence that David Fincher brought to that story. A lot of the OC and presto probable hit. However, Richard Roeper gave the film a positive review, saying, I laughed so much at the litany of cliches that I finally had to admit I was entertained from this, well, start to finish, by this knockoff. Yeah. And movie historian Leonard Maltin cited this as wildly improbable and cliched, yet entertaining, especially for fans of this genre. And Cam Gigandet can glare with the best of them. All in all, the film Showdown tried to be. He and Sean Faris actually did win an MTV Movie Award for Best Fight, as a matter of fact. But anyway, the story is reasonable. Despite it being cliched and all, I didn't think this movie was that bad. So, no hard feelings to you critics that this film 15 years ago. So, I'm actually going to defend this film. Sean Faris, I thought was pretty good as Jake, our main protagonist. He was pretty good. Now, as for Cam Gigandet playing Ryan, I gotta say, he was a real meanie. Let's see here. Evan Peters plays Max Cooperman. I will say he was pretty good. Now, Djimon Honsou, who I'm looking forward to seeing, well, as Shazam, the Wizard Shazam in Shazam Fury of the Gods, which opens this weekend. Now, I am going to re-review the original later on this week. He was pretty good as Jean. This was a film that introduced me to this here actor. He was very good. Leslie Hope played Margot, Jake's mother, and Wyatt Smith played Charlie, Jake's brother. They weren't too bad. And even though, please don't get mad at me, but I kind of did think oh crap, I'll just say it quietly, Amber was reasonable too. But hey, this was long before the, well, you know the story with her, okay? I don't really want to get into any controversy or any details or I don't know what have you on her, okay? Enough said. So anyway, Never Back Down, it's not that bad. I mean, if you can handle a cliched flick, then I'd say give it a watch. But if this isn't your cup of tea, then I'd say avoid it. But if you're into this, then I'd say give it a one-time watch. It did have a pretty good soundtrack as well that featured songs from The Bravery, My Chemical Romance, Rise Against, let's see, Trapped, Breaking Benjamin, the list goes on. And let's see, Michael Wanmacher did the score, and that wasn't completely bad. 4 years later, there would be 3 direct-to-video sequels, but I haven't seen any of those. I'm not sure if I would even like them, though. Now, the first one came out in 2011, which was The Beatdown. 5 years later, the second sequel followed, and it was called No Surrender. And the third sequel came out 5 years later in 2021, called Revolt. All those used Never Back Down. But I haven't seen those. I don't know if I'll like these any more than this one. Sure, this isn't quite one of the best movies, but from my point of view, I think this is still a kind of a semi-guilty pleasure. So it hasn't really become an actual guilty pleasure, but it's a semi-guilty pleasure. Not because of... No, sir. No, ma'am. It's for about everything else. I can't handle cliched. Okay? Enough said. Never back down. I say if you are a hardcore fight loving movie person, then this is would be right up your alley. Give it a one-time watch. But if it's not, then avoid it. But if you have seen Never Back Down, let me know what you thought about in the comments section below. And if you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you my review of another film that's celebrating an anniversary, and that's Agent Cody Banks. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, check out my reviews for these other fine flicks. These are two of the flicks I was talking about. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of The Karate Kid from 1984. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Fight Club from 1999. Or if you'd like a much more better fighting flick than this, then go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my spoiler-free review of the new sequel, Creed 3. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.